Welcome to another episode of Math Made Simple. I'm Miss Munah and I'm a math specialist here at the Pi Lab. In this video, I'll be analysing some common examination questions. I've put the question in a handout and you may download a copy for free by clicking on the description box below. So let's get started. So today we're going to be talking about word problems involving the HCF. Now, can anyone tell me what HCF stands for? Yes, HCF stands for the highest common factor. So what do we have in this question over here? We see that we have Chloe with many fruits, so she must have many friends who love mangoes just like I do. Now, how many types of fruits does she have? She has apples, oranges, and mangoes. And how many of each? She has 120 apples, 150 oranges, and 108 mangoes. So there are 3 different types of fruits. And can you imagine if you are one of Chloe's friends? So let's say Chloe has exactly 4 friends. And they're all mango lovers, just like I am. Now, if she has 108 mangoes and she decides to divide it this way, 50 for the first friend, 50 for the second friend, 8 for the third friend, and 0 for the last friend. So imagine if you or I are the last friend. Now, do you think we'd be very happy if you didn't get any mango? No, we'd be very, very sad, right? Because Chloe didn't give us any mangoes. So to be fair to every single one of Chloe's friends, Chloe needs to give an equal number of apples, oranges, and mangoes. That means an equal number of each type of fruit to every single one of her friends. Now, how do we make that happen? We can only make that happen by using the HCF of the 3 given numbers, which are 120, 150, and 108. Now, if you recall, you have already learned in school, HCF can be found in 2 different ways. The first way is the prime factorization method. Now, what about the second way? The second way would be the ladder method. So first, I'm going to show you how to find the HCF using the prime factorization method. So grab your calculators, write down the 3 numbers, 120, 150, and 108, and break them up into prime numbers. Now, if you are like me, you always forget what prime numbers to use. Always make it a habit to write down the prime numbers, at least the first 5 or so, in a corner, like what I'm doing right now. So the first prime number will be 2, followed by 3, 5, 7, and 11. So take 120, put it into your calculator, and divide it by 2, which is the smallest prime number. What do you have? You have 60, right? So you write down 2, which is a factor of 120. Now, 60 is still divisible by 2, which gives you 30. Now, 30, if you try to divide it by 2, you still get 15. And we all know 15 is 3 times 5, which are also prime numbers in the list that you've written earlier. Now, do me a favor, everyone. Key in this entire expression into your calculator. Okay, make sure you get back 120. If not, something is wrong. Now, after you have verified that it is indeed 120, write it down in index notation form. You should get 2 cubed times 3 times 5. After that, we're going to repeat the same process with 150. So everyone, key in 150 into your calculator. Divide it by 2. What do you get? You get 75, right? Now, 75 is also divisible by 3 to get back 25. And we all know 25 is 5 times 5. And 5 is a prime number. So again, just double check. Key in this entire expression into your calculator. You should get back 150. After that, write it down in index notation form. 2 times 3 times 5 squared. Now for the very last number, 108, do the same thing. Break it up into prime numbers. So key in 108 into the calculator. What do you get? After you divide by 2, you should get 54. Now 54 is still divisible by 2, right? To get 27, and we know that 27 is divisible by 3 to get 9, and 9 is a product of 3 times 3. So finally, when you write this down in index notation form, you should get 2 squared times 3 cubed. Now after this, you can write down your HCF. Now HCF stands for highest common factor, right? So we are only going to look at the numbers that are common. Now what are the numbers that are common? These are the 3s and the 2s. Now the 5s are not common because 108 does not have a 5.
So after look at the 2's and the 3's, you have to find out how many 2's that are in common. You realize that this corresponds to the smallest power. So the smallest power will be 2 in the 2's column, and the smallest power for the 3 column would be 3, which gives us a HCF of 2 times 3 or 6. So the HCF refers to the number 6 boxes. And that answers part A. Now what about part B? The total number of fruits in each box. In part B, all you have to do is to take the number of each type of fruit and divide it by 6. Okay, what do we get? We get 20 apples, we get 25 oranges, and we get 18 mangoes. But that's not the end, because the question asks for the total number of fruits in each box. So the total would be 20 plus 25 plus 18, which gives us a total of, let's see, 63 fruits in each box. So that's it for the prime factorization method. Now what about the ladder method? In this question, usually, the ladder method has a slight advantage because you can find the answers for A and B in just one working. Okay, let me show you how you can go there. So first of all, draw your ladder. Write down the 3 numbers, 120, 150, and 108. Now all these numbers are divisible by 2 to get 60, 75, and 54. And again, you can divide by 3. You cannot divide by 2. You know why? Because 75 over here is not even number. So we need to divide by 3. And what do we get? We get 20, 25, and 18. Now finally, when you arrive at this last set of numbers, you realize that all these 3 do not have anything in common. So we can stop, meaning that these 2 numbers, the 2 and the 3, make up your HCF. So the HCF is 2 times 3 or 6, which refers to the 6 boxes. So this is your answer for part A. Now, how are we going to find the answer for part B? The answer is actually in the working. Can you spot where it is? That's right, it is in the last row. So 120 refers to the apples, 150 the oranges, and 108 the mangoes. Now when you take each type of fruit, 120 divided by 2 times 3, which is 6, you get back your 20, which is the same as our answer earlier. When you get your 150, you divide by the HCF 6, you get 25 oranges, which is what we got earlier. And finally, when you look at 108 and you divide it by 6, you will get 18 mangoes, which is what you got earlier using the prime factorization method. So actually, for this method, the ladder method, the last row will give you the number of each type of fruit. So all you have to do for part B is to find the total. So you have 20 apples, 25 oranges, and 18 mangoes. And you add that up, you should also get 63 fruits in each box.
Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you found this video useful, give us a thumbs up. If you would like to check out more videos by us, please click on the links on the right hand side. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos. Thank you, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!